The ASTROLABE.
Time to end this suffering. I need a minute to myself. So I drift away. You will never get to me. What can't be done, I'll do myself. So
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more.
And now we labe. What's going on, everybody? We are back in the saddle again. We are labing, and hopefully it actually works. Been having all sorts of weird internet issues. Apparently, the entire internet is built on AWS, and I've been able to rule out that it's not a hardware issue, and it's not an issue with our local network here. Some stuff works just fine and dandy. Some stuff does not. For example, last night I got the whole show put together, and then I was trying to make I was like getting all the tabs in order and everything, and YouTube videos, or not YouTube, but Twitter videos stopped playing. The page would load just fine. All the replies would load, but if I tried to play the video, then it would just sit there and spin and spin and spin and spin and spin. And then the page just wouldn't load for a while. But at the same time, I was able to sit there and stream on MLB TV with zero hiccups whatsoever. HD, no problems whatsoever. We're not going to talk about what happened last night, unless we want to talk about the Seahawks. That was fun. But the Mariners did exactly what I expected the Mariners to do. I even have the text messages to prove it. I said they are going to cough this up at the very end, and they are not going to make it. It was exactly what I expected to happen. Frankly, it just looked like the team completely ran out of gas. I was able to go into the King Pill Discord, and I streamed, and we watched the last few innings in there. Had no problems, no issues. And then today, periodically, pages will just take like 5 minutes to load. I was trying to download some songs earlier, and what normally takes, 20 seconds, was taking like 6 or 8 minutes. And then while I've been sitting here during the pre-show, I've been watching, and periodically the stream just hangs up, and I got to refresh the page, and it refreshes, and it's fine. But hopefully everything works out. I don't know. We'll see, because it's a big night. This is a very, very important lab. It was going to be an important lab yesterday because we are going to watch the longest SUDAWAVE of all time. And I have not watched it yet. I have remained true to my duty and have refused to watch it until I'm watching it live with you guys. And I've just seen the opening screen of it, and I'm like, I really, really want to watch this. So I was very annoyed, frankly, last night. My initial plan had been that I was going to, I had sort of a shorter show put together. I was going to go live for a couple hours and then switch over and sort of banter and monitor the stream and talk to the Mariners game and talk about it while it was going. And things just kept going and kept going and kept going, and it just didn't work out. I was very annoyed because I want to watch this freaking video. And I almost was like, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to watch it. And then pretend that I watch it for the first time. But no, I can't do that. I'm an honest man. I am too honest for that. We are going to SUDAWAVE bigly tonight, but I got a few more things before that. First of all, the King Pill Texas meetup was a smashing success. Had a grand old time with the guys on Saturday night. If you're in the King Pill Discord, Amy dropped some pictures in there. We're not gonna really go doxing people or anything. But if you're in the King Pill Discord, you might have gotten to see the little crew of us that was there. Had a great time getting to see put faces and voices to you guys. Had a really good time. And I've got the shades that I'm wearing here. Shout out to Mr. Sue for hooking a man up. These ones are polarized, which means I have to kind of do this if I want to see this screen over here. I'm going to get the monitor situation worked out here in the near future so that I can wear polarized shades. Because now I've got two nice pairs that I enjoy wearing. One from Mr. Sue, and then I got the PVs here from Duffhead. But both of them are polarized, and the monitors that I have do not work very well with with polarized lenses. Also, another thing, I'm going to do a little activity here before we really get going. Speaking of Mr. Sue, he also blessed the family with some chocolate. Tony's Chocolate Only, and I'm going to do a little taste test here on the stream. I've got a, let's see, chocolate honey milk. What is this? Milk chocolate honey almond nougat. I've been saving this up for this. I got white chocolate. Here's a good one. And then you'll notice that the the milk chocolate caramel sea salt, as fully expected, is half gone already. I had a feeling that was going to happen. I was looking around for these just before the show, and I asked Amy, I was like, hey, do you know where that chocolate went? And she was like, what chocolate? She's like, oh yeah, I already ate half of them. Apparently, if there's chocolate in the house, she gets first dibs. And I'm going to be sleeping outside tonight. But okay, let's go. Let's do a little taste test here, and confirm. So we're gonna start with Amy's here. With the anything chocolate and caramel is Amy's gonna be all over that. Caramel. Make sure I don't get any chocolate on the floor up here. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's a banger. Oh yeah, that's really, really good. That is really good. Oh, that's going to be hard to top. Wow. That is a very good one. I don't know, is there lore behind Tony's? Is this a Texas thing? I've never actually seen New York. I've never actually seen Tony's before. What's the lore? Someone fill me in. Made in Belgium? Fair trade cocoa and sugar. Sugar with mass balance. I'm going to balance my mass here. Crazy about chocolate, serious about people. Check the inside of the wrapper. I'll let you guys fill me in on that. If anybody knows if there is any lore or if it's just really good chocolate, because it is really good chocolate. Astrolabe mukbang, yeah. Before you guys know it, I'm gonna pull a. How do I open this thing? I'll just rip it. I'm going to all of a sudden show up and I'm going to be like 400 pounds. You come to a meetup, I'm 400 pounds, and then you go to the next meetup and I'm 150. Real ones know what I'm talking about. All right, so here is the white chocolate. I'm a sucker for white chocolate. I love white things, you know. Okay. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to have to fight Amy over this one, and I'm very glad, because holy crap, that's good. Mr. Sue, you're my new favorite. Everyone else in the chat is competing for second best. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I had to hold off on the Monster here because I figured that the Monster and the chocolate would probably not really go very well together. Yes, Phil, you made me come. That's right. Oh, here. Let's get the soundboard up and running here.
I'm gonna come.
All right, now I'll be honest. Let's see, what was this next one? This next one is milk chocolate honey almond nougat. Now I'll be honest. I do not generally care for nuts in my chocolate or my ice cream, but given how those first two went, I'm actually very optimistic here. Oh, that's very well done. Holy cow. Oh, the nuts are very well done. They're not like overwhelming. There's not, at least in the little piece I got, there's not like huge pieces of them. There's just like little flecks of them. Little nuts. I can do little nuts. I like little nuts in my food, it turns out. Oh, that's very good. These are all very good. Oh, man. Thank you, Mr. Sue. You are a patriot. Mr. Buttpoop says we have the best nuts. I don't know if I want, I don't know how good I feel about seeing Mr. Buttpoop and nuts together at the same time. Making me a little uncomfortable there. Tyler says Matt reacts to chocolate the way I react to my own cooking. Patriot. Oh, thank you. I'm going to, I wish I could just hide these up here, but I have a feeling that my wife would be banging down the door. I just learned something new about her. She said here in the chat that she loves white chocolate. I actually didn't know that. For some reason, I thought that she didn't. So, you could be married for, what is it? A little over 7 years, 7.5 years, and you could still learn new things about your spouse. She says Eastwood heard Mr. Buttpoop, uncontrollable laughter. Mr. Buttpoop. That was for you, bud. Rumor has it you guys are going to get a little Eastwood appearance here very shortly. Okay, so it seems like it's been a month since I streamed. I got to catch up on some of these. We got some resubscriptions. We got the Age of Info has followed. What's up, buddy? That's good to see you. We're gonna be having a conversation very soon. P.A. Ingalls Respecter and Rufus Garbagestein and Colum Rosh and See You in the Camp and Barndom and Jordan Gibb and Aspiring Midwit and Fox in the Hen House have all resubscribed. And then earlier during the pre-show, the Gringo Life gifted a sub to Florida Girl, and it's just I'm imagining someone who isn't like accustomed to like an older person listening to this, like, what the hell am I hearing? All these weird words, all these weird names. Barndon has resubscribed. He says 5 months of paying to the Labe, best investment ever. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's damn it, Jeremy. I have now put a face to the man. I've shared a cigarette with the man. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for resubscribing. And then Toons McGee gifted a sub to Kingless Kingdom. And then Jaden McNeil. I didn't know you could do raids on Kick, but apparently you can. Jaden McNeil, the Patriot, sent a bunch of viewers over here, and they all promptly left. But a few of them did follow the channel, so thank you, Jaden McNeil. I appreciate you. If you're still listening, thank you for introducing me to a new feature on Kick. That's very cool. To all of you guys, I give you an Erica.
Auf der Heide blüht ein kleines Blümelein. Und das heißt Erika.
And a salute.
Salute.
Mr. Sue said that cigarette killed me. Never again. Yeah, he noped out of that one pretty quick. That was funny. And then one other little bit of catching up on the housekeeping here. We're starting off strong. Here we go, boys.
Here comes the money.
Alpha male alert.
Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling. Cut the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter.
Wait for it. Here
Ken
it comes.
Griffey Jr. presents Major League Baseball for SNES was my favorite baseball game growing up. Let's go Marinas.
You can see when that one came in. Dave Johnson, great friend of the show, respecting one of our greatest Americans, Mr. Ken Griffey Jr. You could tell when he sent that one in. Thank you for the $100 tip, my man. Yeah, it had to end. It was it would not be the Mariners if it didn't end the way that it did. Oh boy!
Here we go. Money talk.
Holy crap!
Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling. Cut the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter.
I miss cigarettes. LOL, keep up the good work, buddy.
Age of Info with the $500 tip. Holy crap on a cracker. Thank you, my friend. Oh, wow. I'm going to have to buy you a beer when I see you in the very near future, because I have got a new announcement for you guys. I decided, just sort of on a whim, I decided that next month, when I am going up to, I'm going to be going up to DC to confer with the cyberbully one more time. I decided, you know what? What if we did a DC, or approximately DC, what if we did a DC-based King Pilled meetup? Are there any of you who would be able to? I'm giving you about what is it? What's the date today? Little under a month's notice, but little under a month's notice. Can you make a DC-based King Pilled meetup? We'll probably be in DC proper. We'll get the specific time and place nailed down. But Howie Snowden says he's in Northern Virginia. There we go. Get to meet Howie finally. Augustine says, "Do it. I'll be there." Oh yes, thank you, Jeremy. I almost forgot one of the most important things. Dave Johnson left me a tip, and he would have busted my balls if I didn't do it.
You know, Dave Johnson is the gayest person to ever walk this green earth.
We love our Dave Johnson, don't we, guys? Yeah, so meet up in DC. Han Pritchard says he'll be there. Tooz McGee says mayhaps. Let's see. P. Bandersky. Oh, P. Bandersky, just met that man in Texas. He says he'll be in Pittsburgh. Might be able to do it. All right. Well, I believe, let me just, I should have done this ahead of time, but let me just confirm the date that we're looking at. I believe it is going to be Friday the 14th. Friday the 14th in the evening. You will there'll be some good people there. I already know a few of the people who will be there. So that should be a good one. Friday the 14th in the evening. Most likely we decided that we were going to do it. There'll be a crew of us up there. We decided it'd be best to do it on Friday evening because that's probably easiest for most people to make it, and you can you don't have to worry about waking up the next morning and going to work. You can drink more freely. We'll be having a grand old time up there. And let's see, how do I want to say this? I have a video that I'll play for you guys. I didn't want to squeeze it into this show because I'm trying to get caught up on what was supposed to be yesterday's show. But there will be a video that the cyberbully commissioned that I'll be playing for you guys tomorrow on tomorrow's Labe. So be on the lookout for that. And there's the possibility if somebody wanted to, you might be able to make it into the next one, perhaps. Very, very interesting things happening. We've got big plans in the works. I know I keep saying that, and little by little, they keep happening, but many, many big things yet to come. The cyberbully is a very creative fellow. He has a big vision, and we are just pawns in his great vision. So hopefully you guys get to participate in just a little bit of that as well. Augustine says not to volunteer, but I bet Colin Rosh can make it. Yeah, he's not too far away. That's one of the great things. So it's funny, like Seattle. I do a Seattle meetup. And it's like, all right, anybody who wants to make a Seattle meetup. Well, if you're not literally in Seattle, then it's going to be kind of hard to make a Seattle meetup because, maybe Portland isn't too bad, but I mean, even Portland is 150 miles away. That's a little bit of a hike. Then we do a Texas meetup, and a couple of you guys, several of you Patriots, traveled a pretty long distance, actually. We had at least one from Houston. We had a few from Dallas. But Texas is kind of like you got to be in Texas. DC, on the other hand, you could come from a lot of different states and meet up in DC. It's if you guys only live in the East, or particularly the Northeast, you have no idea just how spread out everything is once you get west of the Mississippi, basically. You even see some people in, they might live in, like, I don't know, maybe like Western Pennsylvania or maybe like Kentucky or something like that. And they'll be like, oh yeah, it's so much more wide open and so much more spread out down here. And I've been through all of those states. It does not hold a candle to, I don't know, driving across Kansas or like Eastern Nevada, or driving through California. These are Texas, of course, is the holy grail of just incomprehensibly massive states. But yeah, Age of Info says Southern Connecticut, and I can get to DC in 4 hours. Totally different world up there. Yes. SideQuest Kyle says, can a nigga get a Cleveland meetup? Well, perhaps. I know we've got a number of Ohioans in the audience. So we did Seattle, we did Austin. We're gonna do DC, and we'll have to see what other states we can add. Got to figure out a way to make all these happen. But I'm enjoying this. This is fun. We're gonna keep adding more and more as we can. Forever Bulk is in Columbus. Jeff Accordion in Kansas. You guys are spread out all over the place. Okay. Appreciate all of you guys. Thank you, man. Age of Info. Thank you again for the massive tip. And Dave Johnson. Thank you for giving me your guys' tips. Very, very much appreciated. Oh yeah, Heinz, Arizona golf trip. That's one that definitely has to happen. That is going to be a big one. I'll give you guys lots of advance notice on that so that you guys can buy plane tickets, or you can. That's one you should put on the calendar as a travel. We're gonna make sure we do that one right. We're gonna make a whole weekend of it. We'll have an Arizona golf trip, and come up with whatever else we can with it. We'll do that one big. Probably. I don't know if next spring would be doable. The summer in the summer in Arizona would be pretty rough. But maybe next fall, perhaps next spring, but probably by next fall we could make something like that happen. All right, let's. I think that was all the housekeeping that I had. Reminder to go follow the King Pill Telegram channel, so that we can. So you can stay tuned for what's happening with the show. Amy just messaged me. Eastwood has learned what jokes are recently. He told a joke. What's Mr. Butt Poop's favorite smell? A fart! Mr. Butt Poop, you have become a celebrity. In the eyes of the 5-year-old boy, you chose the single best possible screen name. He says, so true. There you go, Eastwood. If you're still listening, Mr. Butt Poop agrees. It is a fart. What's up, Elias Shue? Thanks for checking in, man. Have a good night and enjoy the replay. All right, now I gotta reveal my identity here briefly so I could switch over to the glasses where I could see something. Now that I'm moving up to the screen. It was funny. Somebody at the meetup, I can't remember who it was, but someone at the meetup said that because it's dark in here and because I have the microphone, they don't really see the gray on my beard, but it's definitely there. Yeah, I've got like Tulsi's hair, but in my beard. I thought that was funny. Okay, so first of all, we've got one here. Hopefully Amy is still listening, because this first one is not a Wife Jack submission. This is one that I chose to do for her sake. So let me let's see here. It's an Instagram one. I've got a few Instagram tabs here, so it's an Instagram one. So I got to do the whole like refresh and then unmute as quick as possible. Here we go.
Oh, Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as she's walking
it's a banger. This is Dad Harmony. I've been following them for a little while. I think I'm pretty sure they're in like Norway or Sweden or something like that. Their whole thing is just their dads that sing songs with their kids present with them. Extremely white people things. Oh yeah, Suda, I miss singing a cappella big time. Maybe this is one of the things as we build out the Astrolabe universe. Maybe we need to start a barbershop quartet. Or maybe we have to do like an octet or something like that. And we'll do meetups. And we'll do a cappella singing. I'd be so down for that. That'd be so much fun. Okay, what was the next one here? Oh yeah, I've played this one for you guys before, but there's a couple reasons I wanted to play this. Number one, it's just so freaking good. Number two, I always love me some really clever marketing and marketing strategies. And number three, this is in Washington State, and oh man, most people have no idea just how stunningly gorgeous Washington State is. Here you go. This is Emo Realtor.
5 acres and a heart intact. The forest keeps my soul unpacked. No traffic stress or panic attacks. This house is well rounded, that's a fact. Steam from the hot tub fades in the pine. Ceiling so high they mess with my mind. Golden pine eyes, yeah, the stars align. Golden tail dreams and they all feel fine. 5 rooms and not one for regret. You can't corner me here. Golden pine, I'm feeling fine. 5 acres wide, the stars align. Hot tub steam and a glass of wine. Yeah, I'm golden at Golden Pine. Golden Pine, my views define. Every day rewrites my mind.
It's so good.
It's a sign.
This is such a brilliant strategy too, from just a pure marketing standpoint. I did real estate for a couple years, and I never really got into the whole like posting your stuff on social media thing because 99.999% of the realtors who are advertising their stuff on social media, it's so bad. It's so bad. And you put a lot of work into like getting all the pictures and getting them all posted and doing like your walkthrough video, and 5 people see it. You know, like it's when you've got, I don't know, 10,000 realtors in a city, and you've got to like somehow set yourself apart. This guy, he figured out how to set himself apart. Not only is this going to be really, really good for advertising the home to get it sold, but it's a tremendous way to get clients. What is this? This video has 30,000 likes. And I guarantee you a significant portion of those people saw this and they were like, I want this guy to sell my house. So even if he does numbers that he's probably doing pretty well generating income just purely from the marketing itself. Just the what do you call it? The views and the impressions and the ads and everything that come from that. But then it's a tremendous way to recruit people who want you to sell their house. You could fly around the country. You have to get the licenses everywhere, but that'd be pretty straightforward for the level of stuff that he might end up doing. This would be this is just brilliant. I love seeing someone who stumbles upon a brilliant concept like this and then absolutely maximizes it. Actually, I'm reading the description here, and he's actually not even the listing agent on this. He says it's listed by Kaya Childers with Premier Property Group. So maybe he's just doing this for... Actually, that's actually the way to do it. That's way less overhead for him. He just does the video to advertise the thing. And you get the realtor to give you a cut of the commission. If you have your license, I'm trying to think about the legality of this. If he does it as a marketing... Yeah, he's just doing it as marketing, so he wouldn't need it as a cut of the commission. That would make things a lot hairier. They just pay him a flat flat marketing fee to do this. Man, this dude has figured out a niche. That is brilliant. Top comment is from Dashboard Confessional. Says 5 rooms and not one for regret got me. Oh man, I feel like I'm 18 all over again. And then there's this guy. This is I wanted to, if you guys aren't following him, you should go give him a follow. I don't really do Instagram that much, but I started following this guy, and now he's like the first person at the top of the app every time that I open it. This is Seth Dunn with Random Big Guy Facts.
Big guy facts. How you make love to a woman is how you make love to the world. If you listen to NPR, I'm going to assume that you're not real. Like you don't even exist. You should talk to yourself like you wish your father would have when you were a child. If you believe the official narrative for anything, you are literally retarded. If you're a woman and you drive a Subaru, you are automatically a lesbian. If you don't have a DUI, what the fuck are you doing with your life, bro? You're a square. All my niggas have DUIs, but have since stopped drinking because being drunk is gay. If you have your name tattooed on you, you either wrestled, live in the Midwest, but seriously, why the fuck do you have your name tattooed on you, bro? That's kind of stupid, dude. People tend to become their name, so be careful what you name your kid. If you name her Mercedes, she is most definitely not going to be a politician or a doctor. If you name your kid Skylar, you're evil, and they're probably going to end up being a very hated character in a TV show. If you name your kid something stupid like Patience or Serenity, they're going to be insufferable, probably collect some type of rock, and either be very overweight or go to Thailand and then make it their entire personality. And if you name your kid Muhammad, they're going to end up being dumb and brown. And don't get me started on Tegan. And if you're a grown-ass man who collects Funko Pops, or is into Star Wars or Harry Potter, you should be sent to a re-education camp. That involves just beating you. Random big guy facts.
He's very much one of our guys. Yeah. Isaac says white boys can just say nigga now. Great times. Yeah, just saying nigga on main on Instagram. It says Christ is king at the top. Here's a couple of his other ones.
Things ever.
Oh,
the reason why our gun
so annoying.
The reason why our gun violence rates are so fucking high in the United States is because we have a bunch of other races. If you look at the most peaceful places in the world, they are very culturally homogenous. The more brown and black a place is, the more violent it is. And this is just an indisputable fact. And this is just something that nobody fucking talks about, but everybody knows is true. That doesn't mean that I hate Mexicans or black people or whatever, because I don't. But denying this truth is just mental illness. Laws don't matter if people don't want to follow them. The average IQ for somebody in sub-Saharan Africa is in the 60s. Every race is very different. So the people who say race isn't real or doesn't matter are knowingly deceiving you. These people are the seed of the devil. They hate God and his creation. They try to create their own reality by controlling our perception of it.
So
and
true.
When people don't accept the dissonance that they espouse, they're labeled as mentally ill. Because the only thing that they fear is truth. They stuff everybody in cities and make women the loudest voices. And this is because they are most prone to social pressure. Put our children in their institutions and validate the narcissistic behavior of those who are most prone to going along with the system. And this is to create a false consensus. So the only voices that we hear are theirs. So the only information that we consume is theirs. Evil cannot create, it can only distort. They know that God is more powerful than them, and they can't create anything. And they hate that, and they hate God.
So true!
So they create this false, contrary reality and dedicate their lives into immersing us in it. And they punish or get rid of those who step outside of it. And they're scared of them. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transferred. And they know that if left unchecked, that awareness is going to spread to other people. Do not buy into the lies. Race is one of the most important things ever. The reason why our gun violence rates...
I love that he has hashtag racism. There was one other one that I wanted to play from him right here. It was the first, yeah, this is the first one of his that I saw.
My morning routine as a big guy. Good morning. I wake up fully dressed because sleeping naked is gay. The very first thing I do is I run for my nearest source of nicotine like my life depends on it, because I have a crippling nicotine addiction. And then smelling salt.
Patriot!
And then I'll take off some clothes because wearing too many clothes is gay. I smell like shit, but I don't shower, because showering when you wake up is for city boys and women. And I contemplate my existence, and I get my morning cardio in. For legal purposes, that was a fake sword. I check for gyno. Nope, just really hard nipples. No, you can't see them. And I do my daily journaling. And I read some educational material. More smelling salts. Even more smelling salts. And then I eat a banana. Heterosexually. And then I slonk some eggs. Delicious. Oh, what is that? More smelling salts. And then I'm ready for the day. Mwah. My morning routine.
Man, you guys have no idea just how good things are. This is just incredible. We've got random dudes on Instagram with 128,000 followers just posting, just doing our memes. Beautiful, beautiful. I never would have imagined that Instagram would be the place that this sort of stuff would just take root and go crazy. Someone asked him how tall he is. Let's see. The guy asked him, as a big guy, how tall are you? And he replied, bro, why do you have a septum piercing? And then someone else asked him, how many Zyn cans tall are you? Oh, beautiful, beautiful stuff. This is on Instagram. He's _SethDunn_. Yeah, straight Buster. This dude's definitely a mutual on here. Yeah. This stuff's really, this is like the good kind of subversion too. It's so easily accessible. It's like, it's tailored toward the FanDuel Americans, where the Joe Rogan listeners or whatever, where they vibe with a lot of the stuff, and then he does things like the Race is Real video, and he does it in a way that's not going to get it taken down off of any platforms. And there's basically no way that anybody can in good faith like argue or combat it. Most normal people are going to hear it and they're going to be like, that's actually a really good point. Yeah, he framed that up really well. This is brilliantly done. Shout out to Seth Dunn. Okay. We're gonna can't even talk. We're gonna be talking about a little bit of AI art here later in the show, but actually at a number of different times throughout this show. But first of all, I wanted to play a couple of videos here because I've heard a lot of people saying that AI is going to like max out the slop. It's just going to be all slop everywhere all the time. And this is exactly wrong. Anybody who thinks that is they're prisoner to the moment. They can't see beyond their own nose. Right now, they see themselves being inundated in AI slop, so they think that's how it's always going to be. But that is not the case at all, because look at this video here. There's two of these I'm going to show you. First, this one. Someone posted this, cats would never. I was just kind of thumbing through this, just kind of doom scrolling a little bit, just thumbing through the videos, and didn't see a caption, didn't see any comments or anything like that. And I watched these. It took me like, I don't know, 2 or 3 of these to start realizing, hold on a second, this is AI. I'm going to play that one again. This is an AI video. This is AI as well. That's AI as well. That's the one where I was like, okay, hold on a second. Something about the way that dog moved was really unnatural. Dog moved way too fast. So I'm not like looking at this really closely. I'm just kind of like looking at interesting things. And I was like, okay, hold on a second. That just triggered the that's not real response for me. and then the dog looking at the camera. But then I was like, okay, well, that one looks pretty real. This one, though, for very obvious reasons, this one is not real. There's so many reasons why that one's not real. And then this one's very clear. It's really easy to see that one's AI. And then this one, I mean, there's a freaking tiger running into the wood, running out of the woods in like Vermont or something.
Oh, no, Finn. Hold on, buddy.
So I was like, man, you know what this is going to do? For a brief period of time, I don't know, maybe several months, people are going to get really suckered in by these AI videos. And people are starting to make them, and they're going to be mass producing them, but people are going to get suckered in by them and be sharing them around, and people will see something and they'll not realize that it was AI, and they'll just like bake that right into their headcanon about reality. You know, like, did you see that video of that German Shepherd who saved that little baby and the bookshelf fell on his back? Oh, I love German Shepherds. Right after I saw this one, and then of course this one got a community note on Twitter. Then I scrolled past that. I was like, huh, that's kind of interesting. And sort of had incomplete thoughts. Wasn't really sure what I thought. And then within the next couple of videos, I saw this one. This one's captioned, "I can handle spicy food." So supposedly this is a squirrel eating spicy ramen. And I realized it took me like, I don't know, 2 or 3 seconds for it to hit, okay, this is fake. But it looks incredibly real. My brain's like, real, wait, no, that's not real. No, that's, okay, the sound and everything is all off. It's definitely not real. And I realized what's going to happen before it'll happen to different people at different times, but over the next several months, as this stuff really starts to proliferate all over the place, people are going to get slop fatigue. They're just going to stop trusting anything that they see, or they're going to assume that everything that they see is AI. So they're either not going to trust it or they're not going to believe in it. There's not going to be this world where we're just constantly just drowning in slop and everybody is completely suckered in by the slop. It's going to take a couple of instances and people are going to stop believing any sort of improbable or remarkable video that they see. And the stuff that's actually going to be probably the most insidious is the stuff that's not super improbable, not super crazy and wild and spectacular, because those are the things that the first question, you know, maybe for the boomers, it's going to take a while, and maybe never. But for virtually everyone else, maybe within the next 3 years, nobody's like, for everyone's instinct whenever they see a video that seems kind of crazy or wild or improbable, their first instinct is going to be, is this AI? I'm sure this is AI. All of the people have been saying for years now, like, stuff's going to get to where you can't even tell, and people are going to get convicted of crimes based on video evidence. Nobody's going to know if it was real or not, and you're going to go to prison, and the whole video was fake. That's never going to happen. Never going to happen. I mean, maybe there might be like one person here or there where that happens, and yeah, that's really bad for that one person. But this is never going to be some sort of huge phenomenon that takes over, because people are going to stop believing in video content. They're just not going to believe it's real. After they get burned by it enough times, they're just going to simply refuse to believe that anything that they see is real unless it has some sort of extensive substantiating evidence along with it. What's more likely is that video evidence is going to be inadmissible in court. That's more likely than some major issue of people going to prison because of fake videos. Ultimately, it's going to wind up being some sort of kind of a blend of the two. It's not going to be wildly on one side or the other. But the idea that AI is going to result in us being perpetually drowned in slop forever and ever and ever is the There's going to be a huge spike in slop. We're already experiencing that now. But people are going to get major slop fatigue. And then there will be a niche for really well done stuff that people know is AI. Speaking of really well done stuff, it's time. It is time for a 35-minute SUDAWAVE. Can you guys believe it? 35 minutes. We are in for a frickin' treat. Trump 47, week 40 of 208. Viva Cristo Rey's just in time. The secret of Astrolabe Island. Now you guys see why I've been so antsy to be able to frickin' watch this. All right, let's get the lip pillow. Got the Trumpisher, Trump hair on the Punisher logo. The best way to acquire the lip pillow. Beautiful, delicate little lip pillow. Ooh, that was an apple. An apple rogue. All right, I've got the monster. I've got the 6 milligram apple rogue in because they don't have any more than that around me, and I'm too lazy to go order more. I saw a video of a guy who supposedly consumed a 50 milligram nicotine pouch, and I'm just gonna say that's for the frickin' birds, man. You are never gonna find me putting a 50 milligram nicotine pouch in my mouth. It's like 6 milligrams seems kind of high. How does he do it? All right, here we go, folks. The secret of Astrolabe Island. Ah! Oh, you guys are going to have to watch this one. If you're just listening, you're going to have to make sure you go watch this one. Hey, it's me! My president! Ah! Faggots! Oh, this is gonna be so good. Uh-oh. Ah! Gotta interrupt the SUDAWAVE.
Listen, Papillon.
What's that? Easy.
Papillon.
Oh, Papillon? You're pretty wound up, aren't you?
I need to get you a
Be very careful of the lights back there, please. Eastwood, come here. Do you think Mr. Butt Poop is funny?
Did he agree? Did he actually say that he loves fart smells?
Yes, he does. He did say that he loves fart smells.
Can I hear?
No, he typed it. He typed it in the chat. See, he just typed, I love fart smells. Do you like fart smells?
Yeah.
You think farts are funny?
They're one of my favorites.
They're one of your
I
favorites?
need to give you a trickster thing.
You need to give me a trickster thing?
So close your eyes.
Okay.
Looking that way. And pretend that you are just working on
Okay, I'm just pretending I'm working here. Doody-doody-doo. Hmm. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ah! Yikes! Careful, don't rip my shirt, dude.
Here, let's try it again, Daddy.
Okay, let's try it again. Doody-doody-doo. Watch out for the lights.
Okay.
Doody-doody-doody-doo. I wonder what's happening behind me. I hear a sound. Ah! Hey, don't pull in my hair. You silly boy.
In a more scary way.
No, that's enough for now, okay?
Okay.
You gonna go to bed? All right. Thanks for joining us. Say bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Can you wave to him? You got to come over here a little more. A little more. A little closer. See, you got to come over here. There you go. All right, you silly little meatball. You sound delirious. Close the door behind you, please. I love you, big guy. Hey, no. Please. Have a good night, big guy. Close the door, please. Eastwood. He's completely delirious. Night, Barndon. Close the door, please. Thank you, man. Oh, my goodness. That is just, oh, my God. Now, don't pinch. Now you're finding out what it's like to live with Eastwood. Yeah. Okay. Make sure that that's the last time. Listening. Okay, I think he's gone. Okay, back to the SUDAWAVE.
Ahoy there, friends! I'm Guybrush Threepwood, mighty propagandist. Some of you may know me from your childhood. Your evil zombie pirate enemies love digging up the myths from your beloved past, casting demonic voodoo magic upon them and parading their putrefied corpses before your eyes like some kind of musty, macabre marionette show, making them sing and dance to their tunes. Well, Captain Kingpill and I are returning fire, reclaiming beauty and song, digging up the buried treasures we spent literally hours deciphering dancing lessons to find, wearing the 100% cotton t-shirts we won in epic sword fights, spraying the enemy with the magic root beer of patriotism until they explode into a dazzling fireworks show, by the light of which we will kiss the damsels we just heroically rescued. Join me and we can make piracy, propaganda, great again!
Hell yeah!
Haha! Taste cold steel, communists!
The Troon Trials!
Just a perfect day. Drink sangria in the park. And then later, when it gets dark, we go home. Just a perfect day. Feed animals in the zoo. Then later, a movie too, and then home. Oh, it's such a perfect day. I'm glad I spent it with you. Oh, such a perfect day. You just keep me hanging on. You just keep just a perfect day. Problems all left alone. Weekenders on our own. It's such fun. Just a perfect day. You made me forget myself. I thought I was someone else, someone good. Oh, it's such a perfect day. I'm glad I spent it with you. Oh, such a perfect day. You just keep me hanging on. You just keep me hanging on.
Someone put acid in my lip pillow.
You're going to reap just what you sow. You're going to reap just what you sow. You're going to reap just what you sow. You're going to reap just what you sow.
Oh.
Cause I want you to know that I'm ready to go. Heartbeat, my heartbeat.
Vibe shift.
I want you to know whenever you are around. Can't speak, I can't speak. Cause I want you to know that I'm ready to go. Heartbeat, my heartbeat. I want you to know whenever you are around. Can't speak, I can't speak.
This is fantastic news. Fuck, not again!
I hate it when that happens.
You're voicing Professor Umbridge in the new
Oh, this is so funny.
Harry Potter audiobooks. I was wondering, are you aware that some fans are calling for a boycott, giving J.K. Rowling's ongoing campaign against trans people?
I was not aware of that, no. I'm very sorry. You know, I think we're all living in a period of time right now where we're all going to have to figure out how to live together, aren't we? And we've all got very different opinions.
Yes! Sailing with the boys! Oh, man. Oh, yes!
I'm feeling rough, I'm feeling wrong in the time of my life.
MGMT Templars!
Let's make some music, make some money, find some models for wives. I'll move to
gonna come!
You man the island and the cocaine and the elegant cars. This is our decision to live fast and die young. We've got the vision, now let's have some fun. Yeah, it's overwhelming, but what else can we do? Get jobs at offices and wake up for the morning news.
This is your brain in Trump 2025!
Getting Trump. Get Trump. Stop Trump.
Fagans!
Fight him harder. Fight him harder. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get Trump. Get Trump. Get Trump. You have to get Trump. All the complaints in the polls show Democrats think their politicians are too weak. You're not getting him hard enough. Get him harder. What's the result of this? Well, when Joe Biden and the communists took over and Donald Trump was out of power, if you were a Democrat at any level in this country, city, state, county, federal, if you were an AG, DA, didn't matter. You ran for office on, I'll fight Trump. I'll fight Trump as the dog catcher. He won't get any dogs here. From senators, all of them. I'll get Trump. Vote for me. I'll get Trump. I'll finally be the one who gets Trump. That's how you win elected office. Now that the animals have been programmed to believe they're fighting Nazi Hitler, Nazi Hitler, Nazi Hitler, now they demand that of you. Letitia James, she is the Attorney General for one of the biggest, most powerful states, New York, in the United States of America. And it's not just that she did it after she was elected, she ran on it. Vote for me and I'll get Trump. That's how she got into office. I'll get Trump. I'm going to be the one to get Trump. I'll get Trump, get Trump, get Trump, get Trump. Vote for me, get Trump. She gets elected and does, honestly, you can almost say to her credit, does what she promised. Wages all-out war against Donald Trump, up to and including sitting in the courtroom while he's in there with this smug, satisfied look on her face. And now you find yourself in a pickle if you're a Democrat politician. You have run your entire life, every platform, and they're all still doing this. Every platform of Democrats in this country is get Trump. Get Trump, stop Trump, get Trump, stop Trump. But Donald Trump is not broadly unpopular with the American people. So what you've done is you've pulled yourself completely out of step with the American people. And I'm not saying everyone loves Trump at all, but I think his last approval was something like 51, 52%. He is not an unpopular president. Your entire platform is get the guy who the majority of Americans are happy with.
You're getting a window into how a new generation of Republican activists talk when they think no one's listening.
The title of this article is I Love Hitler, Leaked Messages Expose Young Republicans' Racist Chat.
They include comments supposedly from young Republican leaders saying things like, quote, I love Hitler.
Thousands of messages shared in a group chat of young Republicans is revealing some racist thoughts that they even worried about being leaked.
You people owe me an apology.
Ah! Nazis, all my niggas, Nazis, nigga. All my niggas, Nazis, nigga. All my niggas, Nazis, all my niggas, Nazis, nigga. All my niggas, Nazis, nigga.
This is MAGA country now, boys!
Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Please and thank you.
On the platform, representing Cambridge, Professor Stephen Hawking. And there he goes. Please release chair touch forward first.
Stephen Hawking is rolling down the ramp like he owns the place. He's on top of the cage. No way. No way. Oh my God. Through the table.
Here comes Hawking building for the first jump.
Quad Axel in a wheelchair. Are you kidding me? Absolutely soared.
Perfect in the air, clean on the landing, and now straight into the combination spin.
This is level 4 quality.
Sir, you were doing 100 miles an hour in a 70 zone. How do you
Speed and
explain
Hawking!
You gotta be kidding me.
It's slop. It's all slop.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry, sweetie, but I have to work late tonight. Be in bed by 8 in Hogarth. No scary movies.
Mom, you got nothing to worry about.
Invaders from Mars.
Alien!
Oh yes!
This is no meteor. This is something more dangerous. Where'd he come from?
He's not a monster! Fire now! My son is out there! You are what you choose to be.
So on the door of my dorm room, I have a British flag. And my neighbors decided to put that up. And then they taped this letter to my door with an actual seal on it. And here I'm thinking it's going to be some, formal declaration of war type thing. It's a formal declaration of war. It's the most formal declaration of war I've ever seen. This mad lad printed the entire Declaration of Independence, and both of them signed it.
Heroes!
So yeah, this school year is going to be pretty interesting.
Oh, we're gonna keep going! Send an ICE agent to tackle Grandma!
For every Southern boy 14 years old, not once, but whenever he wants it, there's the instant when it's still not yet 2 o'clock on that July afternoon in 1863. The brigades are in position behind the rail fence, the guns are laid and ready in the woods, and the furled flags are already loosened to break out. And Pickett himself, with his long oiled ringlets and his hat in one hand probably and his sword in the other, looking up the hill, waiting for Longstreet to give the word. And it's all in the balance. It hasn't happened yet. It hasn't even begun yet. It not only hasn't begun yet, but there's still time for it not to begin against that position and those circumstances. And yet it's going to begin. We all know that. We've come too far, with too much at stake, and that moment doesn't need even a 14-year-old boy to think, this time, maybe this time, with all this much to lose and all this much to gain, desperate and unbelievable victory, the desperate gamble the cast made 2 years ago, this is it, the absolute edge of no return. To turn back now and make for home, or go irrevocably on, and either win or plunge over the world's roaring rim.
What a roller coaster! What a fucking masterpiece. Holy cow. How many times is he going to do it? How many times is he going to outdo himself? Sir, that was just tremendous. How can anyone black pill? We get to sit and consume such epic kino at least once a week? Boys, life is so frickin' good. All the Romans in the chat. All the Romans. For Suda. And Erica for Suda.
Auf der Heide blüht ein kleines Blümelein. Und das heißt Erika.
All hail King Suda. How tremendous, man. Thank you. Thank you for blessing us. Whoops. Another one.
Blüht ein kleines Blümelein. Und das heißt Erika.
A bonus Erica. Oh, man, that was a frickin' roller coaster. So good. Man, we need an entire studio budget. We need to be able to pay our boys to just sit there and crank out propaganda nonstop all day. We're working on it. We're working on it. I promise you. Something is coming. Something big. As long as you guys are listening here, make sure you go listen to EWBSX. Go download the app and stay tuned. And for anyone who's come in since the very beginning, reminder that I've decided that we're going to do a DC King Pilled meetup next month, November 14th, which is a Friday, in the evening, somewhere in DC, location to be announced. So if any of you guys are in or around or want to be in DC, November 14th, the city that my president cleaned up, so it's safe for us to meet there now, then hit me up. Let me know. Same gig as always. Shoot me an email, realkingpilled@gmail.com, or DM me on Twitter @realkingpilled, and I will create a group chat for everyone so that so we can coordinate, and I'll release the location, the top secret location there. Yes, Raymond Harmon. Yes. Shoot me a DM. Any of you guys, let me know, and we'll plan that. You guys got a month, about a month of advance notice. I think this is probably going to be from the sound of it, this may be the biggest King Pilled meetup yet. Augustine says, if y'all aren't listening to EWBSX, you're truly missing out. Say that as someone listening frequently. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Many, many more things to come there. All right, let's keep this going with the show here. Got a video from Judge Janine. Got an update on the Big Balls case, speaking of DC.
Them. Today, we are announcing that Lawrence Cotton Powell, who is 19 years of age, along with Anthony Taylor, who is 18 years of age, are
Lawrence Cotton Powell. Of course his name is Cotton.
Now charged with assaulting Levine. Cotton Powell was stomping on Levine's head, as you can see in this poster to my left.
Cotton on Levine. Crime. We live in a simulation, folks. We've got Cotton on Levine crime in DC, followed by an assault on Big Balls that creates the initial pretext for the president to move in and clean up the streets in DC. It's just, don't get so wrapped up in all the little day-to-day stuff. Just pull back a little bit and just appreciate how we're living in a movie.
Levine was able to get up momentarily, but the crowd chased him and got him down again. They continued to attack Levine while he was on the ground, and then proceeded to rob him of his sneakers and his watch. The group then after the robbery and assault of Ethan Levine, they walked in the direction of where another crime occurred within minutes. You have heard of this crime. Edward Korestein, a 19-year-old Doge person who was working in the administration, was walking a young woman to her car when he was approached in the 1400 block of Swan Street Northwest. Approximately 10 suspects approached him, and as they did, he pushed the young woman into the car. And he was protecting her from the group before he was then attacked by multiple suspects who then punched him repeatedly, causing significant injuries to him. They got him on the ground, and as they were doing so, they demanded the car from the woman who was inside the car and had already locked the car. They were banging on the car. They were pulling the car door, trying to get the car open, and were telling the woman in the car to hand over the keys. And the woman was, as I said, able to lock the car door, so they were unable to gain entry. And it was fortuitous that someone from the Metropolitan Police Department was on patrol. He happened to pull onto the block, and he witnessed the suspects actually assaulting Korestein, who was on the ground lying next to the car. The juveniles fled, but within a short period of time, two 15-year-olds were arrested, and they were taken into the family court by the Attorney General's office. That is the local Attorney General's office. Now, I think what's significant about this case is the history of Lawrence Cotton Powell. I want you to follow me on this.
Listen to
Lawrence
this.
Cotton Powell is 19 years of age. He's now charged with robbery, first-degree robbery, for which he faces 15 years in prison. He also faces a charge of assault with intent to commit robbery, and another 15 years. And robbery for Edward Korestein, 15 years. Assault with intent to commit robbery, another 15 years. And attempted carjacking, 5 years. Now, let me tell you his background. On April 3rd of this year, Lawrence Cotton Powell was sentenced for a felony attempted robbery. My office asked for jail time. Judge McLean, a judge sitting in the criminal part in Superior Court with no criminal background, made a decision to give Cotton Powell probation in spite of his conviction on a felony attempted robbery. Within 31 days, by May 4th, Powell reoffends. He's rearrested while he's on probation from the felony, and he's charged with simple assault and possession of a prohibited weapon B. On May 4th, my office asked that probation be revoked. But on May 16th, that same Judge McLean comes back and releases Cotton Powell and tells him basically, be a good boy. On July 24th, he is sentenced to one of the two misdemeanors that he's charged with. Again, my office asked for jail time after he victimized yet another person. And on July 25th, another judge suspends his sentence and decides that he should be on probation. So after a felony of attempted robbery conviction, after a violation of probation, after a second crime, after a second conviction, after no compliance with C. Sosa, the judges say do better and they let him go. And guess what? Within 10 days, he's at it again with Ethan Levine and Edward Korestein. Now, the co-defendant in this case is an individual by the name of Anthony Taylor. He charged also with the same arrest. He is with the same crimes. He is from Maryland. He is 18 years old. We are unaware of any history as it relates to him. I want to thank the Metropolitan Police Department. I want to thank the fact that this department went above and beyond and worked incredibly hard.
Now, I'll just say real quick, I was looking up a little bit about Judge Janine earlier and discovered that she was born in 1951. Judge Janine is 74. I did not realize that she was 74. She looks and sounds great for 74. We got yet another unlimited breadsticks American who is getting completely fed up with this so-called justice system. And, you know, this isn't even one of the craziest stories. I was just scrolling by earlier and saw some guy who was... I saw a bunch of these stories, so I think one of them was a guy who is in his early 20s and has been arrested 115 times and was let out on probation. Another guy who had been arrested several dozen times and then shot a 3-year-old and was let out on probation. The entire judiciary is going to need to be wholly replaced. It's the like.
The white man is back, baby. The white man is back.
Wait for it. Is it going to play? Daniel!
No doom fapping.
Ah!
PWEs and thank you.
PWEs. Thank you, Living Dead. Yes, no doom fapping. We are not doom fapping, but we are being aware of the stakes. This is these are the sorts of stories that just have to build up. The only way that you're ever going to accumulate sufficient political support for the whole-scale abolition and replacement of the judiciary is by these sorts of stories getting nonstop play over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. We've been, if you're on X regularly, if you listen to the show, if you've been in these circles here for a while, you've been hearing about this stuff for years. Most people are not even remotely aware of the fact that there are people out there, there are guys out there who are being arrested 115 times over the course of like 5 or 10 years, and then just being let back out to reoffend and reoffend and reoffend and reoffend. Our enemies have played the long game for a very long time. And it's going to take a lot to undo all of this. But fortunately, we have a model. Our model is El Salvador. The first thing you do is you crack down on the criminals, the organized gangs. You crack down on them. Then you go for the judges. And El Salvador is a tiny little country. So what they were able to do over the course of a couple of years in El Salvador is probably going to take, at a minimum, a decade, if not a couple of decades, when you've scaled it up to the United States. This is something you just have to recognize and accept. And dooming out about it isn't going to help anything. It's not going to make it happen faster. It's not going to make it more likely to happen. No, these are the stories that need to get played over and over and over and spread around all over the place. All of the different influencers. I played you the guy, the what was his name? Seth Dunn. All these influencers who are building up audiences need to start incorporating this stuff into their shtick. And it's happening, and it's going to spin up very, very quickly. Because there's one thing, it doesn't matter what political persuasion you have. Aside from the open communists, there's one thing that unites actual humans. It is a desire to not live surrounded by criminals. To not live within a world of violent crime. I'm glad to see the administration tackling this and starting to amplify this the way that they are, because it's going to take a lot. But we've seen the model already. We've seen it in El Salvador. And we've seen that the administration is taking cues from that. And I've speculated for a long time that whoever is behind Bukele, because clearly there is a lot of power behind Bukele to enable him to do what he did. Clearly, those same powers are behind the administration. Jason and I introduced you guys to Build a Caesar a long time ago. And it just keeps getting validated. Here's another story. I saw a lot of people dooming about this. The Secret Service has uncovered a suspicious hunting stand with direct line of sight to where President Trump exits Air Force One at Palm Beach International Airport, reportedly set up months ago. They will never stop going after him. Trump is in Florida now and departs tonight. This is what FBI Director Kash Patel said. Prior to the president's return to West Palm Beach, U.S. Secret Service discovered what appeared to be an elevated hunting stand within sightline of Air Force One landing zone. No individuals were located at the scene. The FBI has since taken the investigatory lead, flying in resources to collect all evidence from the scene and deploying our cell phone analytics capabilities. This is what it looked like. And then just, these are just pictures of Trump here. Now, let me make sure I don't, I'm going to open something up here and I don't want to like, just show you guys my address. But just as an idea here, Palm Beach International Airport. Here is the location where that was found. So here is the airport, right here. And that hunting stand was found right in here. In these little trees here. Clearly not for hunting. Now, I saw a lot of people who were like, why would they publicize it? And I'm kind of... This strikes me as like movie brain. Why would you publicize this? Why would you tell them? Why would you set a trap and sit there and wait for them? What? Are you saying use the president as bait? Because, like, presumably if someone's going to try to use that, they're going to use that at whatever point the president is flying in somewhere. So you wait for the president to fly in and you sit there and you wait for him? And you run the possibility of him actually getting a shot off or something like that? I think it's much better to bust it, to publicize it, to continue establishing the pretext that there are persistent, constant efforts to assassinate the president. And furthermore, I was thinking about this the other day, that I'm honestly not sure who is in greater danger right now, Trump or Vance. Because Vance is the insurance policy on Trump. There's a lot of stuff that I think that Trump is able to do right now, a lot of boldness that he's able to act with, because of the presence of Vance as the vice president. And they know if they take out Trump, then you're not just going to get Vance, but you're going to get Vance in an administration that just witnessed the assassination of Charlie Kirk and the assassination of Donald Trump. However, if you take out Vance, that might make things a lot more complicated. So, hopefully you guys are saying your prayers every day. We live in a dangerous time. You live in a very dangerous time. That's not a reason to doom. That's a reason to pick yourself up by your nuts and do your job wherever you are, in whatever environment you find yourself in. Do your job. If you want that Caesar figure to show up and start crushing the communists, that guy is manifested by all the little micro Caesars. You got to be Caesar over your own environment. And you start memeing that into reality. But there's a very clear trajectory that's happening here. Look at this. The past 3 midterms generic ballot polls at the same point in time. On October 18, 2017, so before the first midterms under Trump, according to Real Clear Politics, Democrats were at plus 9.2. 4 years later, October 18, 2021, Democrats were at plus 2.3. And if you recall, the 2022 midterms, a bunch of redistricting by the Democrats, and there ended up being a little bit of a red wave, but not nearly as much of a red wave as was anticipated. And then now, as of October 18, so was that 3 days ago, October 18, 2025, Democrats are at plus 1.6. Very clear trajectory that's happening here. And again, this is all, I think the polling has probably gotten increasingly worse, less accurate. And this is still before a number of the structural things that are going to change, I believe, between now and the midterms. I'm sticking with my prediction that the Republicans are not only going to maintain their majority, but they're going to be increasing that majority. Is there a succession? Straight Buster says, is there a succession of who would be VP, or would Vance have to appoint one? I believe that Vance would appoint one. Let me just double check something. If the president was assassinated, would the VP appoint a new VP? I'm pretty sure that's what it is. No. Process is governed by the 25th Amendment. Whenever there is a vacancy in the office of the vice president, the president shall nominate a vice president who shall take office upon confirmation by a majority vote of both houses of Congress. Interesting. Today I learned. I did not know that. So, assassination occurs, vice president is sworn in as president, VP office becomes vacant, new president nominates a replacement VP, Congress votes, simple majority in both the House and Senate required. There is no filibuster in the Senate. It's expedited under precedent, and confirmed nominee is sworn in as vice president. Very, very interesting. Here is another polling thing. According to new polling, the California governor is 1% behind the vice president in a hypothetical 2028 election. And here is the crosstabs. Men, Vance is at plus 21. For context, in 2024, Trump won men by only 12%. Once again, Trump won men by 12%. Vance against Newsom would win men by plus 21. Among Hispanics, Newsom's at plus 6. And here's a big one. Among blacks, Newsom is at plus 62. Harris did very poorly among black voters relative to most Democrats, and Harris won black voters by 74%. Gavin Newsom currently is at plus 62 among black voters. This would be an absolute shit stomping. This would be, there's also whites. Vance is at plus 18, and Trump won whites by 15%. If Vance and Newsom actually happens in 2028, with these numbers here, Vance would win the popular vote by like 10 million. It would be a complete shit stomping. It wouldn't even be close. I really don't think that there's any possibility that Newsom is actually the nominee. He cannot be taking only 62% of blacks and winning. It's just not going to happen. He says Newsom is a very poor minus 12 net approval rating in this poll and has 40% strongly disapprove. And Jim Sharp says that black number means he doesn't even get out of the South Carolina primary. And Latinx adjacent doctor, PhD, guy's shown up here a lot lately. Hopefully you guys are following him. He says, I think Harris is pretty inevitable. Imagine J.D. Vance versus Kamala Harris in 2028. Dear sweet Lord, please, please, please give me J.D. Vance versus Kamala Harris. Please! Oh, it would be so good. Speaking of J.D. Vance, he spoke at Camp Pendleton a couple days ago.
And I realized that over my 4 years in the United States Marine Corps, I probably learned about 100 jokes about United States Marines. And every single one of them Marines would mean the end of my political career if I told it up here today. I sent a few of them last night to my communication staff and I said, can I tell this one? And they said, please no, sir. Please, please do not tell that one. We're also happy to...
We need to replace his communication staff. Tell the jokes! Tell the jokes, JD. Pale Morning Dude says, I DM'd you a video on Twitter. Aside of the Gigajew we don't see often. Okay, word. I will, I'll make sure. I've still got a whole bunch of stuff to get through today, so I'll make sure I get that for tomorrow. I think I know which one you're talking about. But, oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, man. I love our Gigajew. Please, JD, please, tell the jokes. I told you guys that we needed to see him starting to show the Marine side of him a little bit more. We're getting little teases. But this was not the most significant thing from this speech. Listen to this.
Our motto, Marines, is Semper Fidelis, which means in Latin, always faithful. Though the shape of the battlefield will change, our nation will be just fine, so long as fellow Marines just like you remain faithful to that great Marine Corps legacy. My fellow Marines, you have the watch now. You honor that legacy by how you carry yourself in public. You honor it by how you treat your friends and family. You honor it by how you contribute to your communities, and most importantly, you honor it in how you fight and win the nation's battles. So from one vice president to an incredible United States Marine Corps, keep kicking ass, keep taking names. Semper Fidelis, Marines. Happy 250th birthday. God bless you.
Wait for it. He did it! He did the thing! JD Vance just walked off to Creed at the Marine Corps 250th ceremony. He actually did it! Oh, I remember I don't know, was it a year ago, something like that? 10 months ago? I said that we need to see this happen. We need to see JD Vance either walk on or walk off the stage to Creed. And he finally did it. Our guy, wholly confirmed. J. Creed Vance. Yes. Not the first time JD Vance has Creed maxed, by the way. My wife says my dad would have loved him so much. Yes. Yes. And that's coming from her dad was a Nam vet. Nam vet, longtime Rush Limbaugh listener. Would have loved JD. Speaking of good music, let's talk about the No Kings protests. The one good thing that came out of it was that they did have some good music.
Nigga, how Hitler? Nigga, how Hitler? They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. Nigga, how Hitler? They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. All my niggas Nazis, nigga, how Hitler? Nigga, how Hitler? Nigga, how Hitler? All my niggas Nazis, nigga, how Hitler? She wanna fuck in Japan, I put the chrome on the bench. Nigga, how Hitler? She reaching down in my pants, she got the world in her hands. Nigga, how Hitler?
Just gonna let it play. Now, I saw a lot of people who were talking about how underwhelming the whole thing was. And I just want to say that the purpose of this here was not necessarily, the purpose of this event was not necessarily to make some sort of huge statement this time. The purpose of this event was to lay the groundwork, to start to begin the story, get the narrative underway. And it's also an interplay between the ground level organizers and the actual officials in office. So just because the turnout here was very underwhelming, don't take that as they have that there's not going to be anything that comes out of the whole No Kings thing. The funding behind this is astonishingly massive. Remember the pussy hat marches that were all like really silly and goofy and whatever, and oh, look at them, they're so dumb. And that led directly into the Summer of Love, where cities were burned. This No Kings thing isn't going away anytime soon. Don't rest on your laurels. Don't be like, oh, they just got a bunch of old people to show up. Like, yeah, make fun of them, mock them, make fun of them, absolutely meme on their color, but yeah, Spear B, they are organized. That's all that matters. They were showing organization. Correct. They're showing organization, and they're building and developing that organization out. This is like they do a first run, and then they could do more and build on that. So do not underestimate these people just because they happened to come out and look like this. Look at the signs. Especially these back here. These ones here. Fight fascism. All of these. Like, some of these are handwritten. Some of these are, like, high-quality printings. There was tens of millions of dollars poured into this. That money went to people. Some of it was spent on printing stuff like this. A bunch of it went to people buying patronage. I suppose more appropriately buying clienthood, but they're establishing those patronage relationships. This is a very clear color revolution. This is the exact same model they've used everywhere else. Now, the Homeland Security account was on their game. Breaking, Gavin Newsom has shown up to the riot. This is one you've got to look at. You got to see this one. If you're just listening, you got to see this one. I saw this while I was out at the King Pilled meetup here in Texas, and I saw people sharing the link around, and I opened it up, and I was like, I can't believe they actually did it. The absolute madmen. Gavin Newsom is a dick. Yeah, Living Dead. These events will be a jumping off point for more violent and radical groups to opportunistically show up. Correct. And it's getting it. I mean, they're memeing. This is the way that they do meme. So there's a No Kings protest. Then they do another No Kings protest. Then they do another No Kings protest. And that organization starts to establish itself in people's minds and becomes more normalized, and it just kind of becomes a part of the background. The administration's meme game on this whole thing has been very interesting to see. So the Department of Transportation Rapid Response account said No Kings with this one. Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries in drag as Disney princesses. The rhetoric is really spinning up on the left, but the administration is showing that they're really willing to, like, in this sort of safe way, they're really dialing it up as well. Straight up, like, the freaking Department of Transportation account is even getting in on it and portraying their political opponents in drag as princesses. The mocking, the humiliation. This video on Team Trump's Instagram page has 10.5 million views. Might recognize the voice. We'll see him here in just a second. 10.5 million views on Instagram, 6 million views on Facebook. For context, the Democrats posted 14 No Kings videos on Instagram, which collectively did not reach 2 million views. And Seth Levy said this is the difference between forced, contrived narrative construction and harnessing the power of the meme. The whole administration really leaned into all of this. Here's the Trump War Room account. Straight up posting Trump with a crown. They're not shying away from it. They're like, oh, you want to say no kings? How about we show you what it would look like? How about we show you Trump as king? They posted this one. We're built different. Have a good night, everyone. With Trump and JD wearing crowns. And then Schumer and Jeffries. Schumer and Jeffries in sombreros. And then this one here. Trump posted a video of himself piloting a fighter jet with King Trump on the side, dumping mud. Yeah, no, this wasn't mud, Eric Doherty. This is not mud that he's dumping on Harry Sisson. King Trump!
Dumps. They call them dumps. Big, massive dumps.
I saw a couple of, I thought about getting, I was like, whatever. It's not that big of a, whatever. But there was a couple of CNN people who were having to be very serious, very upset about this. He posted an AI-generated video of him pooping on people. Can you believe that he posted an AI video? Should he be allowed to post AI videos? AI videos of him pooping on people? Well, no, he didn't post an AI video of him pooping on someone. He posted an AI video of him pooping on Harry Sisson. Our president is literally pooping on Robert O'Neill's concubine, and you're blackpilling?
Saying like, oh, there's Harry getting pooped on by the president of the United States. It's saying like, oh, there's Harry getting pooped on by the president of the United States. Oh my God. There's Harry getting pooped on by the president of the United States. Oh my God. There's Harry getting pooped on by the president of the United States. There's Harry getting pooped on by the president of the United States. There's Harry getting pooped on by the president of the United States. There's Harry getting pooped on by the president of the United States. There's Harry getting pooped on by the president of the United States. It's just not a sentence, number one, I imagine you ever thought you'd say, or a sentence I ever thought I'd hear. So it's been really crazy to watch all of this.
What a fag.
Yeah. What do you think about, how do you feel about that? It's not, look, I know that yeah.
Don Lemon knows a thing or two about getting pooped on. Oh, man. Imagine being able to tell everyone that you got pooped on by the president. Even members of Congress got into it. Tim Burchett knows exactly what he's doing. He says, in America, we don't have a king, but we do have a dadgum good president in Donald Trump. Celebrating the fact I don't have a British accent with a charbroiled Whopper from Burger King. Ah, a Burger King crown, you say?
Hey, everybody, Congressman Tim Burchett here at your friendly neighborhood Burger King, enjoying my No Kings Day with some traditional flame-broiled goodness in my hand right now. Could you imagine the Democrat Party calling about no kings when they literally elected their candidate for president, Kamala Harris, with no election? Imagine that. The irony of it all. Like it says right there, get ready to eat like royalty. You rule, America. We don't have a king in this country. We've got a president. He's doing a pretty darn good job. Thank you, Donald J. Trump. Thank y'all for sitting with me.
Oh, I wish he would have said it.
The N-word.
By the way, the best burger, argue with your wall. The Whopper is peak American burger culture. And then Vance, remember we were talking just a few months ago? Maybe not even that long ago. Maybe a couple weeks ago. You're talking about Hail to the King. And we got Mr. Suda to produce a Hail to the King edit? I think that my vice president must listen to the Labe. Oren McIntyre says, can you feel the inevitable gradient of the dialectic? The Dawn-electic? The inevitable gradient of the Dawn-electic. Many say a king is impossible in the modern day, impossible in America. But both the left and right are memeing it into existence, making it feel not just inevitable, but already fact. Exactly my takeaway. Didn't even have to say it. Thank you, Mr. McIntyre. It's happening. This is how it happens. You just keep doing it. You keep memeing it. Just keep memeing it. Just keep memeing it. Just keep memeing it. And eventually it is going to happen. We're not going to call him a king, most likely. But the thirst, the hunger for authoritarian rule is developing in the people. And the people are memeing it into reality. Now here is yet another person who has apparently changed his tune. If you remember, Alex Craner points this out. Andrea Bocelli refused to sing at Trump's inauguration in 2016. And then, a few days ago, President Trump let Zelensky wait and delayed the meeting so that he could meet with Andrea Bocelli in the Oval Office. And note, oh man, the stream went down. Oh, come on. Reconnecting. Am I back? It just says back. Reloading. I wonder what the audio to this is going to sound like later on. If it captured all of this. All of my talking while it was down. Back, okay. All right. No idea what happened. But I'll give it just a second here so that people can refresh and get back in here. Well, I had a feeling that something like that was going to happen, so I'm glad it at least waited until 2 hours in. All right, you guys all getting back in here? No Kings comes for the Labe. There could be black screens around here. It's very interesting. The actual viewership didn't drop off at all. It hasn't. The total viewers showing never changed. So I don't know what. Well, now this page isn't loading for me. All right. Well, if you guys say that you can hear me, then we're just gonna keep going with it. Can you guys hear me? Give me a Roman in the chat if you can hear me. You hear me? Okay. All right. So, what was the last thing you guys heard me say? I didn't actually see. I just saw a wall of messages saying you couldn't hear me. So I don't know what the last thing was that you heard me say before it went dark. Went dark. Never go dark. Did you hear me talking about Andrea Bocelli? Or do I need to say all that again? Memeing the king into reality. Okay. So, Andrea Bocelli refused to sing at Trump's inauguration in 2016. And then a couple days ago, when Zelensky showed up, Trump made Zelensky wait and delayed his meeting with him because he was meeting with Andrea Bocelli in the Oval Office. and listen to what he had Andrea Bocelli sing for him. Those of you who know, you will know the significance of this song. Not only did he have him sing it, he had him sing it, and they took a video of it, and they published it. Yeah, he's not just gonna hit that. He's not just gonna hit that note. Yes, Slutty Milk. It's the song from that one movie where they start offing everyone. Yes, the sum of all fears. As they're offing everyone, at the end of the sum of all fears, they have Nessun Dorma playing, and it's one of Trump's favorite songs, and they have played it at a number of different rallies, at the end of rallies, when he won the election. I think he gave his celebration speech, his victory speech. It was either right after that, or I think it was at the RNC as well. They've played it a few different times, and that's another one of those things that is a little wink with Q, because Q has talked about it as well. One of those things where the administration seems to be at least playing footsie with it. Now, something that Alex Craner pointed out, I'd missed this until I heard there's a very good conversation between Tom Luongo and Alex Craner and Susan Kokenda on Crypto Rich's podcast. They're doing that one regularly now, by the way. Every month, the four of them are getting together.
Here we go.
Oh boy!
Here comes the
Howie Snowden!
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling. Cut the chatter. You ain't talking money, then your talking don't matter.
Wait for it! I wonder what causes the delay. Play. Come on. Wait. It's just going to happen randomly all of a sudden. If I just move on, it's just going to happen all of a sudden. All right, he said, "Here you go, King." I don't know if it's actually going to do it. Very weird. Okay. I don't know why. That's very, very strange. Wonder what's causing that. Thank you, Howie. You're a patriot. Let's see. Where are we at here? We're at $71 short of 2,000. We're getting closer, almost to 50% of the goal for the month. I've missed so many streams that I don't begrudge you guys. I've taken a vacation, so I should expect my pay to be a little lower, right? But can we get to 2,000 by the end of this stream? $71 more will get us to an even 2,000 by the end of it. You'll make Mrs. Kingpill very happy. Okay, yeah. So Crypto Rich, make sure that you're following Crypto Rich and you catch the monthly panel discussion he's doing now with Susan Kokenda from Promethean Action, Alex Craner, and Tom Luongo. It's one of the, if you really want to understand all the geopolitical things that are going on right now, it's one of the best conversations that you're going to get. Alex Craner, in the most recent one, he pointed this out, that Zelensky showed up in Washington. And look at this. So he flies in on this jet. He's out here on the tarmac. And note who he's shaking hands with. You catch that? You recognize the people who he's shaking hands with? Yeah. Yeah, no, neither do I. Nobody significant. I think that he literally is shaking hands with the people who flew over there with him. Either that or, like, I think, this might literally be the pilot. And then you can see there is no delegation there to meet with him. And look at this. After Zelensky was met only by his own handler, Yermak, and the pilots that got him there upon his arrival to the U.S., the Ukrainian delegation was greeted by a huge crowd of Americans who support Ukraine.
Thank you very much for your support.
Oh, oh my gosh. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Thank you so much, really.
Oh, you're very welcome. It's a pleasure.
See you again. Thank you, guys.
Here is the welcome delegation for Zelensky. That was it. Meanwhile, look at this. Pete Hegseth showed up to the White House meeting today with President Zelensky wearing a Russian tricolor flag tie. Now, J.D. Vance says, or maybe he was wearing the colors of America, but look at this. Look at this tie. Look at that. You got the American pocket square here, but look at this tie. That is not the colors of America. And I'm not saying that JD is. I'm not calling out the man. I am fully in support of executing psyops on our enemies. I fully endorse gaslighting the libs. That's exactly what they're doing here. They are gaslighting the libs with this. This is entirely intentional. 100%. Zelensky shows up. Nobody meets him there. He has to shake hands with his pilot and, like, his stateside handler. There's no delegation except for two dysgenic-looking, goofy libs standing outside in the streets of D.C. And meanwhile, Pete Hegseth shows up wearing a tie with the Russian flag colors on it. You're not going to tell me this was not intentional. They are sending a message to them clearly, and then they're gaslighting the libs when they call them out. Kirill, our great Russian, Kirill reposted it. So yeah, it was definitely intentional. Yeah. Speaking of Kirill, here he is. He posted this a few days ago. He said, from the Soviet JFK docs released by Anna Paulina Luna, the Kennedy-Khrushchev World Peace Bridge could and should be built between Alaska and Russia at once. He says, with modern Boring Company technology, this can become a Putin-Trump tunnel connecting the Eurasia and Americas for less than $8 billion. I am pretty clear, it seems pretty clear to me that this is this whole thing is being coordinated. So Anna Paulina Luna receives these documents from the Russians about JFK, and what do you know? Look at that. In the middle of these documents, there's these plans for a Kennedy-Khrushchev World Peace Bridge that could be built between Alaska and Russia. Huh. How curious. Had no idea that was in there. That seems like a pretty good idea. And then somebody asked Trump about it.
This came up yesterday, a tunnel from Russia to Alaska. That's an interesting. What do you think of that, Mr. President? Do you have any ideas? How do you like that idea?
I'm not happy with this.
I don't think you're going to like it. I don't think he liked it. I don't think he liked it.
President Trump, do you...
The absolute fucking madman. Trump takes that idea, brings it up, and asks Zelensky what he thinks about it right in front of him. Oh! This is just this is a cat playing with its food. They're tormenting him. They're tormenting the libs. It's so beautiful to see. So, how do you black pill? Now, the idea of this tunnel is actually very, very interesting, because if they were to create some sort of an easily navigable connection through the north between Russia and the United States, there is one particular region in the world that would be most significantly harmed by that. It's very obvious. This would be absolute devastation to the Euros. Europe would be utterly motherfucked by something like that. And that actually reminds me that there's a tab here that I forgot to open up earlier. So let me see if I can find it real quick related directly to this. I knew that there was something I was forgetting. Yeah, here we go. Pull this over here. And, okay. Zoom this in just a little bit. So first of all, Disclose.tv said, Kirill Dmitriev, Putin's investment envoy and head of Russia's RDIF Sovereign Wealth Fund, proposes an $8 billion Putin-Trump tunnel built by Elon Musk to link Russia and the United States. It's kind of funny that during the Putin-Trump summit in Alaska, this guy, I saw the video of this guy seeing a bear and getting all excited about it. And I was like, oh, this guy seems like fun. I'll follow him for a little bit. And I turned on notifications for him. And here we are 2 months later. What is it? 2 months, 3 months later. And all of a sudden, he's like front and center making big news here. Man, if you're not listening to the Labe, I'm I'm getting ahead of the news stories even when I don't even realize it. So Semiagog, powerful friend of the show, says the idea of a tunnel between Russia and USA deserves a lot more attention, especially if it brings with it further development of infrastructure to make the Bering Strait a major transit corridor, including shipping, ports, pipelines, and rail. Trump likes to say he's a builder, and he certainly likes major constructions with his name on it, but that's a trivial detail. Like the noteworthy fact Trump and Putin chose Alaska for their first meeting. Less trivial is the value of such a logistical corridor, including symbolic value, and, of course, economic value. But most important of all is the fact that such a corridor would, for the U.S., drastically reduce the strategic importance of Europe and the Middle East, particularly Europe. NATO would become an irrelevance. Europe would become a quaint museum on the western fringes of Eurasia, bordering an Atlantic Ocean greatly reduced in importance. Britain would perhaps stand to lose more than any other country, as the theories of Mackinder would have to be updated to accommodate a heartland, effectively running from St. Petersburg to New York, complete with its own banking relationships. Watch closely to see if it develops, and how far London, Brussels, and Paris, and maybe even Beijing, might be willing to go to shut it down. You know, every day that goes by, this little mantra keeps replaying over and over again in my head. Tom Luongo was right. 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 Tom Luongo is right. Tom Luongo is right. Where my Luongooners at? Get some Luongos in the chat. The Luongo emote with the Roman just works. It's just chef's kiss. Get the floppy wrist here. Pinched fingers and floppy wrist. Tom Luongo was right. Tomito Luongolini. Yeah. Enchanted Hero says Russia-USA alliance reminds me of Byzantium-Russia relationship, an old empire blessing the new. Ooh, that's a good connection. I like that. Yes, many things playing together in all of this. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to pull out a couple of these things because I've still got quite a bit to go through, and I don't want to be up super late tonight. So we'll talk about this set of stories on tomorrow's show, especially because there's been an update on one of these, and I want to make sure that I get all the details on that before weighing in too much. So we'll take that with it as well, and that'll actually fit in well with something else. I'm making tomorrow's show in real time here. Okay. What was the next tab? Oh yeah, related to the idea of tunnels. Trump never misses an opportunity to dunk on the Democrat retard. So this is while he's sitting here with the obnoxious little midget sitting across from him looking very unhappy.
A senator that wanted, remember, from Hawaii, she wanted a tunnel from the mainland to Hawaii. Then she said, well, we can't do that, so we're going to build a railroad to Hawaii. Do you remember? She's a current sitting senator, a Democrat. She wants a railroad to go to Hawaii, right? You know who that is, right? She's another beauty.
Sitting senator wants a railroad to Hawaii. This is kind of like that's got to be Mazie Hirono. It's kind of like the guy. Who is the senator who wanted who talked about Guam tipping over, the island of Guam tipping over? Let me see who this was. Which member of Congress talked about the island of Guam tipping over? Just a reminder that, Rep. Hank Johnson, Democrat of Georgia, made the statement in a question during a March 25, 2010 House Armed Services Committee hearing. He expressed concern to Admiral Robert Willard, commander of U.S. Pacific Command, that stationing 8,000 additional Marines and their families on Guam could make the island, quote, so overly populated that it will tip over and capsize. Admiral Willard responded, we don't anticipate that, and explained the projected population increase from about 175,000 to around 200,000. Johnson later clarified that his remark was metaphorical, meant to highlight worries about the island's infrastructure and environment straining under rapid growth, not a literal fear of the island physical tipping. Yeah, sure, bud. Sure, that's exactly what you were talking about. Just a reminder that members of Congress are retards. The ones who are not are the exception. I'm thinking of Eric Schmidt. Eric Schmidt is a brilliant fellow. Many of them are literal retards. They are stupid, incompetent people. They are empty vessels who are just given marching orders. And then this one caught a lot of play. Just have to include it. If you guys haven't seen this one yet, I'll be surprised. But I made sure that I got the long cut of this one because after Trump dropped the line that got everyone's attention, watch what you see in the pan out.
Have you authorized CIA operations in Venezuela as part of?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but some interesting things are happening around the world. I'll say that.
Mr. President, it has been reported that Maduro offered everything in his country, all the natural resources. He even recorded a message to you in English recently, offering mediation. What should we do in order to stop that?
He has offered everything. He's offered everything. You're right. You know why? Because he doesn't want to fuck around with the United States. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Watch JD.
Start moving. Thank you, guys.
All right, now the real discussions begin between.
My guy.
Thanks, guys. Let's go.
Look at him. He's literally me. Oh, great. Yes. Thank you for your attention to this matter. By the way, there's a very good video, not directly related to Maduro, but to the Don Rowe Doctrine by Brent Johnson, the guy who coined the dollar milkshake theory. He just posted a video within the last couple of days. I just watched it this morning, talking about the so-called bailout of Argentina. And he said, is this a bailout or a buyout? And he broke it down very, very well. I saw a couple of people who should know better, who were like, why a Trump administration? Why do a Trump administration bail out Argentina? Oh, it doesn't make sense. Why they waste money? Fucking idiots. Every once in a while I get these little reminders that I kind of have created a little bubble for myself, and then I invited you guys into this bubble with me, and then I go see people who I don't think that are that far outside the bubble, but they really are. They see, like, to me, I see, oh, this is very obviously directly in line with the whole Don Rowe doctrine. We're taking over the Western Hemisphere. We're maximizing political control over this hemisphere. We're pushing China out through whatever means possible, and we're securing the loyalty of leadership in all these countries and amassing control over all the natural resources in these countries within our hemisphere. This is something the administration has been totally upfront and obvious about. Every single one of their moves is all directed and revolves around this entire strategy. And yet then some of these retards are like, oh, wait. On one hand, it's like, oh, the dollar's collapsing. They're destroying the dollar. On the other hand, it's, why are they spending $40 billion or whatever? Buying out Argentina. I just fucked up my headphones. That's kind of weird. What did I do? Huh? Well, that's strange. Now it's just like sort of hanging off the side of my head like this. That feels very odd. I can hear myself a lot better all of a sudden. Here, I'll throw the link in the description here of did the U.S. Treasury bail out or buy out Argentina? Because the other thing is that money did not come from the Fed. That money came from the Exchange Stabilization Fund with the Treasury, which really is, there's not a whole lot of limits on what it can be used for. So this is not a Fed move. This is a Scott Bessent move. And people say, oh, he's bailing out like one of his buddies, some investor or whatever. And okay, sure, whatever. But clearly they've made it very obvious that the whole goal with all of this is to secure our domain in the Western Hemisphere. And if you're trying to interpret anything that's happening in the Middle East or in Ukraine, Russia, or in Europe, or in China, or anything else, not operating from that premise that going forward, the goal is to exercise complete and total control over the Western Hemisphere, then you're just not gonna you're just not gonna make it. Any of your analysis isn't worth anything. We're buying out currencies and you're blackpilling. Yeah, right. Spudrocket says, I have no issue with it really, but why did he send their gold to London? He sent their gold to London because he's a Jew. This is you could see this as the reactive move to that. So he sent his gold to London and sold out his country. Well, now his country's for sale. And so Mr. Goldbug, Scott Bessent, went and bought out his country because he sold it out. Maybe they don't buy out maybe they don't buy out Argentina if Argentina doesn't first sell itself out to London. So the story here seems pretty clear to me that there's a tug of war happening with Argentina. They sent all their gold to London while America is actually draining London of all of its gold. And this was the counter move. All right, well, you guys are going to try to use Argentina to embed yourself in there and destabilize and get them obligated to you in whatever sense. Well, okay, well then I'm just going to make my counter move, which is buying out Argentina and ensuring that they are because like one thing Brent Johnson says in the video, he's like very clear, that money's not for free. This isn't out of the goodness of their heart. There's definitely strings attached with it. And those strings attached are you're going to give us right of first refusal on basically any minerals or water rights or natural resources or anything else within the country. Okay, so I think that was that was all that. Okay, so now it's time to have some fun. A brilliant thing has been produced. The Will Stancil Show. Have any of you guys watched the Will Stancil Show yet? I hope some of you have. I hope some of you haven't. Because this is... we live in such a wonderful time. Such a wonderful time. Oh, got a tip. Another one.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money,
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling. Cut the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking don't matter.
Will it play? We'll see.
Well, I was right. We came, we gave you hope, and we took it away. Basically did you in your sleep on Christmas. Beautiful, the soup can grenade of the Canadian League finals. Like loading the bases and double playing you twice. Oh Canada. Oh ah ah.
Congratulations to Jays for Days. But there's one thing you said there that was wrong. You did not tell me. I told you. I told you it was what was going to happen. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Oh, is that a record? Four alpha male alerts in one episode? Remarkable. I did notice that Daniel maybe seems to be getting his act together a little bit better now. Hopefully. This looks really goofy, doesn't it? I hope I can fix this somehow, because that's not going to do. Okay, so let's get to the Will Stancil Show. So this has been brought to you by Linda on Twitter at AlfredAlfer77. I told you guys that we were going to be getting some really good AI art coming very soon, and oh boy, are we ever. We now have an actual show with episodes. I'm going to show you the first 2 episodes here today. This is episode 1, Black Studies degree, when a brawl breaks out in Minneapolis. Housing policy lawyer Will Stancil whips out his secret weapon to soothe racial tensions and bring peace back to the streets. Starring Will Stancil by Emily Eucas? Eucas? I'm going to guess Eucas.
It's the Will Stancil Show. It's the Will Stancil Show. It's the Will Stancil Show. The Will Stancil Show. The Will Stancil Show. It's the Will Stancil Show. It's the Will Stancil Show. It's the Will Stancil Show. The Will Stancil Show. The Will Stancil Show. The Will Stancil Show. Yeah!
Hey there. I just wanted to drop this off. Brand new episode tonight. Hope you can tune in.
The Will Stancil Show.
Nothing like getting some brewskis with a good friend after a long day fighting fascists on X.com.
It do be like that, Mr. Stancil.
Remember that. It do be like that, Mr. Stancil.
God, I love black people. I'll always fight for you, Jamal, no matter what.
That's what's up.
So about that housing policy paper, it's a really interesting proposition which wouldn't require too much thought.
I told you, you don't talk to me sideways in the middle of the block. Sideways? Girl, you the one who came storming out the shop running your mouth. You can't keep coming at me like this.
You run the block?
Do when you're acting stupid.
Get out of my
Don't put your
face.
finger in my chest.
I'll do more than that.
Back up. Make me.
Fine.
Get off
you
me.
You started this.
Back down, Jamal.
Not a chance.
Looks like we got trouble, Jamal.
You do be looking like that, Mr. Stancil.
Get out! You think you can talk to me like that?
Oh, let go of my leg.
Oh my God, what do we do? Stop, please. Can't anyone make him stop? You ain't walking away from me.
Back off.
This looks like a job for Will Stancil.
Be careful, young man. They're out of control.
It's okay, ma'am. I have a Black Studies degree.
What?
Stand back and watch a masterwork.
Hey yo, it's Wigga Will up in
Wigga
the
Will.
house, you know what I'm saying?
Wigga Will?
Who's that?
Wow.
Yo, move aside, let the hero through. I ain't here to play, I'm here to rescue you. Got a stogie in my grip, 40 in the other hand. Swag on 100, strut like the motherland. Folks all stare like they never seen a savior.
But I'm just a different flavor.
Wow.
That's one fly-ass white boy.
Hey, yo, what's up with all this black-on-black violence? There's no need to hurt yo, bruh. Let's keep that anger focused where it belongs.
On the white man.
We ain't gonna fight no more, Mr. Stancil.
The
That's a
N-word.
promise.
Yeah, and I'm even finna show up at my son's birthday party next week.
That's awesome. By the way, I'm Will Stancil. I'm a housing policy lawyer. Hope to see you guys around.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Stancil.
You bet.
Oh, here's some free housing vouchers. Looking forward to seeing you in my neighborhood, neighbor.
Looks like my work here is done.
Hell no, I want them vouchers.
Hell nah, my granny been on the list for weeks.
You gonna show up to your son's birthday party next week, but what about my son? Better watch your mouth.
Man, you don't tell me what to do.
Hey, everybody chill. Back up off me. Stop pushing.
Oh, it's on now. Get him. You want to swing? Let's swing. Flip the car. One,
Windows
two, three.
The whole block's on fire.
Great to see that plaque studies degree put to work, Tamal.
Y'all did great, Mr. Stancil.
Wait for it. It's Mega Hitler. So that's episode 1. And then today, Will Stancil has been absolutely crashing out because Trump is apparently destroying the White House. And, oh man, this keeps going. Is there literally nothing we could do to stop Trump from demolishing the White House? It's our house, not his. It's our history. And he's reducing it to rubble because he wants a monument to himself. Captain Dreamer says the same people who celebrated as their statues got melted into scrap and military bases were renamed in the summer after George Floyd overdosed now have the gall to talk about our history. Will Stancil says, some random statue of Robert E. Lee being taken down after public debate or the actual Congress passing a law changing the name of the military bases it controls isn't the same thing as Trump unilaterally demolishing the White House overnight, you imbecile. Howling Mutant, it's just a clump of building materials, man. Today, Twitter is full of neo-Nazis who are sneering from behind their pseudonyms, celebrating the White House being torn down because they don't care about America or our history, because they're neo-Nazis. And Ryan Nationalist says, Will Stancil's having the crash out to end all crash outs, and thousands of people are just replying with this image. For all the unwelcome changes, this app still has its moment. It do be like that, Mr. Stancil. Look at this. Scrolling through the replies. Every single one. Look at all my mutuals in here. I know every single one of these people. It just keeps going. Can you imagine trying to use the app if you were him right now? He's even got Reddit lies. Oh, man. It just keeps going. It do be like that, Mr. Stancil. Speaking of...
White man is back, baby! The white man is back!
It do be like that, Mr. Stancil.
Mr. Stancil! Thank you, Jamal! Mr. Stancil! Oh, and guess what? That was only episode 1. Here's episode 2, A Grokwork Orange. After a long day battling Nazis online, fascist fighter Will Stancil embarks on a wild nighttime escapade in the streets of Minneapolis.
It's the Will Stancil Show. It's the Will Stancil Show. It's the Will Stancil Show. The Will Stancil Show. The Will Stancil Show. It's the Will Stancil Show. It's the Will Stancil Show. It's the Will Stancil Show. The Will Stancil Show. The Will Stancil Show. The Will Stancil Show. Yeah!
Hey there. I just wanted to drop this off brand new episode tonight. Hope you can tune in.
The Will Stancil Show.
Ugh. Fascists. Fucking fascists everywhere. Fascists. You want a ratio, Will Stancil? I'll show you a ratio.
Can I go on the computer, Mr. Stancil?
Ugh. 1 second, Jamal. I'm busy with these Nazis. Goddamn Nazis photoshopping me into pictures of Hitler.
It do be like that, Mr. Stancil.
Get wrecked, Nazi. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna report you. Report. Have fun with your suspension, Nazi.
Don't touch that, Jamal! I have that saved!
I'm sorry, Jamal. I know I've been a little snippy lately. It's just these gosh darn Nazis are out of control.
It's okay. I know it be like that, Mr. Stancil.
Hey, come here. Remember, I do this all for you, Jamal.
Feels like forever since I saw you, man. Too long. Glad you're here.
Home, finally. Just bed.
Here it comes!
He is passed out drunk again. Time to activate the operation.
Yes, AI regenerated mind of Dr. Mengele.
The rise of the Stancil-Waffen is nearly here.
What the hell?
Fucking niggers. Night's got teeth tonight. Just my kind of company.
I wonder what I could get into tonight.
Look at that color pop. Gonna be the sickest tag on the block.
Whole alley's ours tonight, baby.
Sick! Look at that line, it drips perfect.
Chaos in the flesh, baby.
Who's that?
You see what I'm seeing?
Having fun?
Who the hell are you?
Someone who appreciates color.
Just not when it's put somewhere where it doesn't belong.
We're artists, man.
What a lie!
Or when it's on someone's skin.
What? That's racist!
Hey! Look at his clothes! This guy's a Nazi!
You wanna dance, punk?
How about we make a little art right now?
Nancy punks, fuck off!
Get him! That line! Shut him up! Get him!
Hear that? That's the sound of fun!
Hey, Grok, can you come pick me up? Oh God, I must have passed out again. My head feels awful. What did I do last night?
Good evening. We're interrupting your regular programming with a special report.
Now authorities are reporting that a disturbing crime spree was committed in downtown Minneapolis last night, including property destruction and aggravated assault.
That's right, Stella, and what is even more disturbing is that witnesses from last night say that these crimes were motivated by fascism and racism.
We're here with a witness of a series of brutal hate crimes last night committed by an unknown male. Back to you, Chuck.
Now, security cameras managed to capture some footage of this man last night, but unfortunately it's too dark to see anything, and the identity of this man is still unknown.
If you have any information on what some are calling the Lowry Hill Monster, contact authorities right away.
Looks like there's a fascist maniac on the loose, Jamal.
It do be looking like that, Mr. Stancil.
Somebody's gotta do something!
And that somebody is me. I'm gonna find this Nazi monster, and I'm gonna end him. Permanently.
I bet you will, Mr. Stancil. I bet you will.
Oh my God. Oh, Jamal getting zapped at the end. Oh, we're getting like real-time, up-to-date cartoons with like reflecting the actual lore that's happening on the internet right now. Incredible. This whole thing was made with AI. There's so many layers to this story. It's so much fun. I wish I could be there when Will Stancil watches these, because you know he's gonna watch them.
White man is back, baby. The white man is back.
Herr Stancil Blackenführer. Wait for it.
These gosh darn Nazis are out of control. We must do something as a people to rise up. I ask you, do you want total war? Do you want it, if necessary, more total and radical than anything that we can yet today even conceive? Black power, hail Fleutler.
We're getting total slopaganda cartoon war. Thank you, Herr Stancil Blackenführer. I appreciate you blessing us with your presence. A gold mine for reaction images shitting on Stancil. It's incredible. Incredible the things that our guys have manifested from the life of this one goofy little shit lib. He goes on the internet, starts posting, and next thing you know, he becomes a character in internet lore who will never be taken from us. Nobody will ever be able to eliminate Will Stancil from the annals of internet lore. Our guys, and I guess in some cases our gals, are the best art producers. She says here, once again, it's important to remember that quality AI filmmaking cannot happen without the direction of a sharp human mind. The Will Stancil show was entirely visualized and scripted nearly to a T by me, as was extensive editing and post-production. AI is meant to enhance, not eliminate the creative power of humans. Within the hands of a keen director, it's simply an extremely efficient tool to manifest one's visions. Look at this. Entire thing scripted out. Total shot list for everything. This is a project and a half. Think of the dedication to the craft. Just purely for the love of the game. Stone Tosser says, what was the success rate for getting usable video generations and how much did it end up costing in total? She said episode 2 cost about $115 for raw video generations. About 60 to 70% of prompts actually result in a generation, otherwise they fail for one reason or another. You're not charged for those. And of those successful generations, only about 30 to 40% are actually used in the final film. It's like editing any other footage. You roll the dice and get flops and outtakes, but sometimes you get gold. It's just a matter of selecting the best parts and arranging them coherently. How consistent are the character models? I noticed the little eyelash marks would switch eyes on Dark Stancil. And in one shot, his uniform appeared blue. It's supposed to be black, right? Are you able to draw your own characters and have AI animate them for you? She says, character animation is surprisingly consistent while varying stylistically. The foundational character drawings were all drawn by hand by me. And yes, all of the animation is based around my original drawings. Voice work and music, aside from Rossini, and most of the sound effects were AI generated. Wow. Hey, look at our man here. Incredible stuff. And check this out. She says, pretty sure the Will Stancil show was discussed on the Mark Andreessen podcast as a pioneering piece of AI filmmaking that is, quote, better than South Park.
Yeah, we were laughing offline about how someone was using Sora to make like a something that we thought was better than South Park, and yes. So it'll be interesting to see if a whole new crop of filmmaker sort of democratizes the industry a little bit. That it's not just Hollywood, but it's people from all over, and studios don't have this sort of monopoly over creation of high quality stuff. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, so South Park actually, let's close on this, but just briefly on South Park. South Park was very much like what you're seeing with AI filmmaking right now, but in 1993. So I remember when the original South Park came out. The original South Park came out in 1993, and it was significant. It was the first internet viral video ever. It was the first video, and this was like pre-streaming, pre-YouTube, years before all of that. And so it literally distributed at the time as it was literally a QuickTime movie. It was Apple's QuickTime video format, and it was a downloadable thing. And like if you wanted to download it on a modem, you had to like leave the modem on for like an hour or something to like download this thing. And what it was a digital scan of a video Christmas card. So there was an executive in Hollywood at the time that wanted to make his friends a special kind of Christmas card, and so he hired these two basically scrappy young, basically film students, Matt Stone and Trey Parker, who had no credits, and they were just kids and hadn't done anything yet. And he hired them to, and he basically said, make the most offensive, basically like 3-minute video Christmas card you could possibly imagine. And so, and with these kids, it was a technology at the time. What they did was digital camcorders are brand new. So they used digital camcorder, but then they did stop motion. They had no money, so they did stop motion animation using little using literally construction paper characters. And so the reason the characters look like they do is because literally in the original thing they were cut out of construction paper, and they were literally moved by hand frame to frame. And then the two kids did the voiceovers. But it was from the very beginning, it was the same characters: Cartman and Kyle and Stan and Kenny, right? And in South Park, which is the town that these kids grew up in. And then it was a 3-minute Christmas card, and it was Santa Claus versus Jesus. And Santa Claus versus Jesus ended up in a full kung fu fight, complete with like blood and like body parts, right? And so it was like this. It was like it was intended to be like maximally offensive.
His damn it, Jeremy says this is like listening to a Twista song.
But it was really funny. And so somebody got there, and literally it was sent out on.
That's funny. This isn't 2x. This is on 1 1/4. I would be listening to this on 2x normally.
Videotape, right? So pre-DVD, right? So sent out a videotape, and somebody actually scanned the videotape, which is actually hard to do, and then it went super viral on the internet and became big. And so it's an example of, you know, that everything I just described, the camcorder, like that was the AI of its time. It let these kids who had no access or no knowledge even necessarily of like traditional animation production methods to do this. By the way, when those kids actually then got they then actually, you know, South Park's like a full studio now. You know, it's been tremendously financially successful. They now have a complete state-of-the-art studio production facility. And what they've used it for is they've used it to hyper-optimize computer models of the optimal recreation of the aesthetics of the construction paper. And so if you watch South Park episodes today, you see actually the characters there's actually a depth to the animation that shows the layers of the construction paper. It's all produced digitally today, but like they've used state-of-the-art digital tools to reconstruct the physics of construction paper. 30 years later. And so yeah, so they were able to do that, and then obviously, you know, they were maybe the most successful like animation duo of the last 30 years. And yeah, I think that the AI thing we're right on the tipping point of that. And your point, like maybe we actually just saw the first one. It's so let's say toxic that it's hard to recommend that people watch it. But it's for sure a South Park caliber level thing created in AI by somebody who didn't use any of the traditional, you know, they didn't use any traditional, you know, techniques that you use for animating anything. It was created entirely with Sora, scene by scene. And yeah, it just as a demonstration of technology, it's obvious that moment has now arrived. And to your point, Eric, like I do think, for example, I think there's now actually a new form of political propaganda at least in the world, which is, you know, basically the custom produced, you know, basically South Park-ish, you know, kind of, you know, video series, and AI is going to make that so easy for people to do. That you're going to be able to do, you know, anybody in any electoral race is going to be able to hire some kid to, you know, to do things like this. And so it's going to be like this. It's like, I don't know, decentralized satire or something like that. And so yeah, the moment has arrived. The art form shifts again.
On that note, we got to let you go.
Oh man, what he's getting at there toward the end is that it is inevitable that this sort of thing, like this is going to be the new wave of what's interesting and edgy, sort of like he's making the comparison with South Park, but this is going to be the new I sound really slow after that. This is, you know, he says, you know, it's so toxic we can't really recommend people go watch it, which is them sort of keeping it at arm's length. But they sat down and they watched it and they appreciated it. This is going to be inevitable. That this is going to be the stuff. This is the new funny, creative, cutting edge sort of thing. So it's going to get mainstreamed. It's going to get forced down people's throats, whether they want it or not. This headphone is driving me absolutely crazy. Let's see. We got another tip here.
The white man is back, baby. The white man is back.
I am speaking as the representative of the greatest movement of millions ever seen on American soil. I am here not to beg for your vote, your favor, or your forgiveness. I only want you to be just. Give your verdict on the past 14 years, on its shame. HF.
HF! That's another entry from Stancil Black and Führer. Stancil. My headphone's all retarded because I like pressed against the side of it and I think I broke something and now it won't. It just wants to sit and hang like this. And it's driving me crazy. Okay, two more quick things here and then we'll wrap. Someone said, Linda, more importantly, when can we expect the launch of Wigger Will and Grockwork Will collectible action figures? They're already here.
Whoa, Grok is taking control. It do be like that.
Stancil, Waffen, Techno, Shock Troops. Figures and accessories each sold separately from Thunderplay Toys.
Whoa.
Incredible. This is just the nostalgia, the realism. We're living in the future. We are 100% living in the future, and there's so much that I want to say, but I can't say it yet. But I will leave you guys with this. There's another one. America Man. I just came across this while I was gathering those ones today. And America Man, the satirical superhero comic taking on culture, politics, and everything in between. New Comics Weekly. Show support and buy me a coffee fee.
You are found guilty of rape, genocide, and child slaughter. How do you plead?
What the clock did I do?
Enjoyed the cartoon? Show some love. Buy me a coffee.
I would not trade this timeline for any other. I'm so glad I get to share it with all of you guys. Well, we got a nice short lab tonight, finishing up before midnight. What do you guys think of that? I've got to go figure out if I could fix my headphones or if I'm going to have to get another solution. But you guys did get me past the 2,000 mark on the streamer salary for tonight, so I appreciate you. One reminder, one more time, that for anyone who's come in late, that there will be a King Pilled DC meetup next month, Friday, November 14th. Let me know if you are interested, if you are in the DC area or you want to travel to the DC area. There's going to be a good crew of guys there, it sounds like. So if you're interested, shoot me an email, realkingpilled@gmail.com, or a DM.
The white man is back, baby! The white man is back!
He says you're a cunt. A cunt. He says you're a cunt. Continuing inspiration to animators everywhere. The perspicacity of AI methodology renders the future open to many aspiring creatives and ni Indian.
Thank you, Dark Andreessen.
Indians.
This is, whenever I think of Will Stancil, I just think of this one.
I've got an idea. Why don't we just kill him?
Yes, okay. Shoot me a DM on Twitter @RealKingPilled or an email realkingpilled@gmail.com, and I will put together a DC-based group chat for King Pilled Patriots there. We're working on it. We're doing the getting proximity to Patriots thing, and I'm doing the best that I can for that. So I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for showing up for another great episode of the Astrolabe. I will be back tomorrow. Internet allowing, I will be back tomorrow for another episode of the Astrolabe. Go join the King Pill Discord, kingpill.com. Join the getting digital proximity to Patriots. And if you'd like to support the show, of course, you can go to tips.kingpilled.com. You can also look up King Pilled on Buy Me a Coffee, Venmo, or Cash App. And then make sure you download the EWBSX app, EWBSX.com. Or EWBSX.app, actually. Either one of those works. Search for EWBSX in the app stores. It is free to download. You can get yourself some 24/7 White Boy Summer tunes and many, many more things to come. You can also go to EWBSX.store and get yourself some merch. And you can support the EWBSX project that way as well. And yes, I will be adding some things to the soundboard. It must happen. But for now, I leave you guys with Hulk.
When they took a shot at my hero, and they tried to kill the next president of the United States, enough was enough, and I said,